join this. And now the theta is this one. This angle is theta. For this theta, how sin theta is defined? Again, the draw perpendicular. This is y and this is x. This line is always radius fixed r. So once again, for this theta also, sin theta is defined by this y. There is nothing but y coordinate of that point by radius y by r. If you observe, definition seems to be same. That is cos theta x coordinate of the point by radius and tan theta y coordinate by x coordinate. And now you can understand why in the first quadrant all are positive, in the second quadrant sign only positive, like that. So if you see in the first quadrant x coordinate and y coordinate of any points are always positive, and radius always considered to be positive. So positive by positive, positive by positive, positive by positive. Therefore, they cannot be negative. It's always non-negative. Whereas the second quadrant, if you observe that, so this y coordinate is positive because it is above x-axis. Whereas this is in the negative direction of x-axis. X is a negative. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask here only. Do Varun, any doubts?
Good evening, sir. Hello,
What is that?
sir. Sir, your audio is not clear.
Audio is not clear. Okay, okay. Right, see now? Is it clear? Chandra Sai? Chandra Sai?
Good, sir.
Now audio is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Clear, sir.
Right, right. Sorry for the disturbance. Right, see. Sin theta is equal to, mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Right, so sin theta is equal to y by r means here y is positive, r is positive. So y by r is positive. Whereas see cos theta here, this is negative, r is positive. So cos theta is negative. And y is positive, x is negative. So this is also negative. Therefore, in second quadrant angles, sin theta is positive, cos theta and tan theta are negative. Okay. Similarly, if you take a point in the third quadrant, an angle in the third quadrant, and now the angle is this one. For this, again the definition is similar. So if you consider the perpendicular, this is xy, this is y, and this is x. And therefore again the definitions are same. But here see, y is negative, x is also negative. Y means it is below x-axis. So y value is negative, x value is negative. Therefore here negative by positive, negative. Negative by positive, negative. But here see, negative by negative, that is positive. And therefore tan theta is positive in the third quadrant and sin theta and cos theta are negative. So like that we can define in the fourth quadrant also. So this is the way how trigonometric functions are defined. Okay. Right. Now let us see the values of trigonometric functions now. Once again I am drawing that circle. Right. So this is origin. So this is A. Suppose this is the point P. Now we confine our discussion to sine only. If this is theta, this is opposite side y, this is x, and this is r. What is the definition of sine theta? Once again tell me. That is nothing but y by r. If theta is 0, and there is no y, if angle is like this is y. If angle is like this is y. If this is the line itself, so theta is 0, so there is no y, opposite side is 0. Therefore 0 by r, So sine 0 is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Okay. And see, if you increase the angle, so if you increase the angle, so this is y. R is fixed. So y increases slowly. If this is the angle, this is y. If this is the angle and this is y, therefore y slowly increases to up to what? The maximum value of y can be 1 only. Therefore, if theta is 90 degrees, so maximum value is this only. That is nothing but radius. So radius is equal to y here, and therefore sine 90 degrees is equal to y by y or r by r. That is 1 only. So sine value increases from 0 to 1. If you move from 0 degrees to 90 degrees, sine value increases from 0 to 1. Once again, if you continue here, what will you observe? If theta increases like this, 120, 130, 140 like this, so slowly what happens? Finally at this point, this is 180. Again there is no y, there is no opposite side. So again y is 0. Therefore sine 180 degrees or sine pi is 0 by r, 0. Therefore sine value increases from 0 to 1 and again decreases from 1 to 0. See, okay, once again, in the third quadrant, if you observe, what happens? So again, it is 0. Okay, and now still decreases because, see, suppose this is the right angle triangle. This is y, this is r. R is always fixed. Now it seems to be y is increasing. It seems to be y is increasing. Definition of sine theta is y by r. You can say that, sir, y is increasing, sir. So sine theta is increasing. No, y is not increasing. Y is actually negative values. So this is minus 1 by 2. Okay, suppose minus 1 by 4, minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 2, and minus 1. That means value increasing or decreasing? Decreasing only. Therefore, once again, sine theta value decreases in third quadrant also. Decreases from 0 to what? Here, y is nothing but r, but numerically different. So y we should take it as minus r. So minus r by r, that is minus 1. Therefore, sine 270 degrees is minus 1. See, sine value starts from 0, 0 to 1, after that 1 to 0, and 0 to minus 1. Again, the value increases here. We get 0 at 360 degrees. So minus 1 to 0. So this is the nature of sine x. Now we plot this in x-axis and y-axis. What happens? That means the values of x we take on x-axis, corresponding values of sin x we take on y-axis. Actually, we are observing theta here. Here theta like this, but here in xy coordinate system we take the theta on x-axis only. That is because here it is 0, 90 degrees, 120 degrees like this, but here in the graph we take 30, 60, 90 like that we take. Then we observe what happens to the graph of sin x. So that is only for understanding. Now this is important. The graph of sin x is important. See, this is 0 and this is pi by 2. In general, in xy coordinate system, along x-axis, we have to take real numbers only. Therefore, we write angles not in degrees but in radians. So pi by 2. What is sin 0? 0. What is sin 90? 1. Just we observed that sin 90 degrees is 1. So sin pi by 2 is 1. And between these two, for any angle between these two, sin ranges from 0 to 1. We already observed. So if we plot the graph will be like this. And again in the second quadrant, you know that sin 180 degrees is 0. We observed previously. And the value decreases from 1 to like this. And once again, at 270, that is 3 pi by 2. So angles must be written on x-axis as radians only. So again, the graph will go like this. This is minus 1. So at 3 pi by 2, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. And once again, at 2 pi, that is 360 degrees. We take one complete revolution. So once again the graph goes like this. So this is the graph of sin x between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so draw this graph. So this is nothing but sin x. So if we extend for remaining values also, so what happens? That is interesting to us. See, so this is 0. So the graph will be like this. So this is pi by 2, and this is pi, and this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. And now what happens if we extend sin for remaining angles also? Suppose up to 360 we observe. Suppose what is sin 361 degrees? What happens? Sin 361 means after 360 again for 1 degree we have to observe. So sin 361 is nothing but sin 1 only. That's why we have written sin 360 plus theta is sin theta only. Okay, and therefore again the graph will be like this. See, that is the magic of sin x. So the graph goes like this. The values are repeated so many times. So from 0 to, observe the one cycle, 0 to 2 pi. Once again these values repeated like this. This is another cycle. Once again the values are repeated. So these type of functions are called periodic functions. These type of functions are called periodic functions. So trigonometric functions are best examples for periodic functions. So what is meant by periodic function? Suppose consider a weekly magazine. So you know, I think Andhra Bhumi, Weekly, Swati, like that. They are weekly magazines. So they are called periodicals. Why they are called periodicals? For every 7 days they will come. A new magazine will come. For every 7 days respectively, a new magazine will come. So that's why it is called a periodical. So period of that weekly magazine is 7 days. And daily newspaper, it is also periodical. Every day it will come. The period of daily newspaper is 1 day. Similarly, this is periodical function because the values from this again repeating. But what is the period of this function means? What is the length means? In the weekly magazine we call 7 days. Similarly here, this length from this to this. So this length, for this length, once again the values are repeating. Once again the values are repeating. So what is the length of this from 0 to 2 pi? 2 pi. Therefore, period of the function sin x is called 2 pi. So first we write the points of sin x. After we will write the definition of periodic function. So what are the points we have to write here? So fx is equal to sin x. Here the function is sin x. What is the domain of sin x? What is meant by domain? Domain means the set of all x we are giving to the function. That is input values. So what are the inputs we are giving? 0, 90, 270 degrees or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. Like this, we can extend here also negative values. Therefore, domain is any real number, that is capital R. So, see this symbol? I can write simply capital R, no problem. Set of all should be real numbers. Set of all real numbers must be represented by capital R. But to differentiate this with other symbols, in general we write like this. So that is symbol for set of real numbers. Okay. So I can give any real number as input to the function sin x. But range, observe, we cannot get more than 1. So the utmost value we are getting is 1 only. So if you can see the circular definition also, will get for maximum for y by r, the maximum value of y may be r only. R by r is 1. So maximum value will get 1 only. the minimum value will get minus 1 only. And therefore, range of sin x, range of sin x is minus 1 to 1. That means maximum value, maximum of sin x is equal to 1. Minimum of sin x is equal to minus 1. And tell me what is the period? Period of sin x is equal to what? This length, that is 2 pi. So what is that? So if you write sin 2 pi plus x, what you will get? Sin x only. So what is sin 2 pi plus 30? Sin 30. Sin 2 pi plus 1 lakh, sin 1 lakh. You can simply say like that. Therefore, this length is called period of the function. So period of sin x is 2 pi. Okay. Of course, you can write sin 4 pi plus x. That is also sin x. Sin 6 pi plus x. That is also sin x. So 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, they are also called periods. But the least among them is in general called period or fundamental period. So the fundamental period of sin x is 2 pi. Hereafter we won't say fundamental period, simply call period only. The period of sin x is 2 pi. So write up, draw the graph and write these particulars. So when I ask what is the range of sin x, you should not hesitate. So simply you have to say minus 1 to 1, sir. Maximum value is 1. Minimum value is minus 1. What is the period of sin x? 2 pi. Okay. And now, what is the definition of periodic function? So when a function is called a periodic function, so write the definition. A function f from capital A to capital R. Capital A means domain. Domain means set of all inputs we are giving to the function. Is said to be a periodic function if there exists a positive real number p such that f of x plus p is equal to f of x for all x belongs to capital A. So there should be a positive real number such that f of x plus p is equal to f of x. In the previous function sin x, so in place of p there is 2 pi. Therefore f of x plus 2 pi is equal to fx. So 2 pi is called period and sin x is called periodic function. Okay, there may be many p's, 2 pi, 4 pi like that, but the least among them is called fundamental period. Okay, so the least value. So remember, period cannot be negative, it is always positive. The least value of such p is called fundamental period of the function f of x. Write down the definition. So don't worry about these notations. These are notations of functions. So understand roughly what is meant by period. That's all. After the functions chapter, you can know what are those notations, all that. Okay. So right, see, now fx is equal to cos x we are going to draw. So what is the graph of cos x? So cos 0, you know 1. And at pi by 2, so if you draw the circular definition, if you see the circular definition, the x will be 0 at 90 degrees. Therefore, x by r is 0. So cos 90 will be 0. So the graph will be like this. And at pi 180 degrees, you can observe that is minus 1. So this is minus 1. And this is 1. And again, it increases at 3 pi by 2, it is 0. And at 2 pi, it is again 1. So this is the graph of sin x, cos x. Okay. And if I draw this for the whole set of real numbers, see the graph. Similar to sin x graph, but starting with here. It can also be extended to negative numbers. So at 0, you will have maximum value 1. At pi by 2, 0. At pi, you will have minimum value minus 1. So this is 3 pi by 2 and this is 2 pi, like that. So this is the graph of cos x. And again observe the periodicity of this graph. So all these are values, but up to this moment, one cycle is completed. Again, same cycle is going to run. And therefore, what is the length? This is 2 pi. So period of cos x is also 2 pi. So period of cos x is 2 pi. And what is the range of cos x or domain of cos x? Domain of cos x, you can write any number in place of x. So domain is capital R. What is the range of cos x? You won't get any value as cos x. Cos maximum is 1 only, minimum minus 1 only. So range of cos x is closed interval minus 1 comma 1. That is maximum of cos x. It is 1. And minimum of cos x, it is minus 1. Madam? Okay. Right. Now see tan x graph. First of all, observe the circular definition of tan x. How tan x is defined in the circular mode. So if you draw this is the point x comma y. This is r. This is y. This is x. This is theta. So what is tan theta? That is y by x Now you observe at this point, this is R and Y slowly decreases here. Actually, Y is no Y, that is 0. So 0 by X. Therefore, tan 0 is 0 only. But if theta increases slowly, what happens is Y value increases, X value decreases. So at this point, this is Y and this is X. So denominator increases means overall value increases. That means Y by X increases. Increases to, it's a very, very large number. That means we say increases to infinity because the maximum value of Y may be R only. Suppose take R is equal to 1. So the maximum value of Y may be 1 only. So it will be no greater than 1. But see, what about X? X is tending to 0. So X slowly tends to 0. Suppose X is 0.1. That is 1 by 0.1. Suppose even though you take maximum value, so 1 by 0.1, that is 10 you will get. So if it is still closer to this, you will get 0.01. That is 100. 1 by 0.01 means 100. So if still closer to this, 0.00001, 1 by 0.00001 means 1 lakh. Therefore, as X tends to this, that means angle theta tends to 90 degrees, this ratio tends to infinity. So 0 to infinity in the first quadrant. But immediately, if you see in the second quadrant, tan 90 is not defined. That's why tan 90 is not defined. In the second quadrant, tan is negative. So very, very least values here, minus infinity values, minus 1 lakh, minus 1 crore like that. So from that again values are increasing. Here again you will get 0. So the value increases from minus infinity to 0. Okay. So like that, the values always increases, but here 0 to infinity, here minus infinity to 0. Again in third quadrant tan is positive. Again values increases to 0 to infinity like that. Now if we record this, if we plot this in XY coordinate system, what happens? See in the first quadrant, what happens? We can see clearly. So tan 0, 0. And what is tan 30 degrees? 1 by root 3, point something. Tan pi by 4, 1. And tan 60 degrees, root 3, 1.732. And tan 75 degrees, that also we know, 2 plus root 3, that is 3 point something. But when we slowly tends to pi by 2, tan values becomes rapidly increasing. So it seems to meet this straight line, but it never meets that straight line. So as x tends to pi by 2, the line tends to infinity only. Infinity is not a number. To represent there is no upper bound, we denote it by infinity. And similarly in the negative direction also, if you see the graph will be like this. And again, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, tan 270 is not defined. So in the second quadrant tan negative, the third quadrant tan positive. Again in the fourth quadrant, the graph goes like this. So this is the graph of tan x. Observe, there is cuts. At some points, tan function is not defined. At what point? At pi by 2 tan is not defined. At 3 pi by 2 tan is not defined. Therefore, tan is defined, not defined at some points. What are these? Multiples, not multiples. Odd multiples of pi by 2. 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. Similarly, minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, like that. Therefore, domain of tan x, if you want to write domain of tan x, what do you have to write? You can write every real number except pi by 2, minus pi by 2, that is plus or minus pi by 2, plus or minus 3 pi by 2, plus or minus 5 pi by 2, like that. Or in general, you can write them as or minus odd multiples of pi by 2, such that n belongs to Z. So this is domain of capital R. but there is no restriction to range, observe. So you will get tan x as 1 lakh, tan x as minus 1 crore. Therefore, range is capital R, minus infinity to infinity. So range of tan x, capital R. What is maximum? No maximum. What is minimum? No minimum. Therefore, range is capital R, minus infinity to infinity. Now, can you observe the period of this function? Draw the graph and observe the period. At what length the values are once again repeating? Is it 2 pi or greater than 2 pi or less than 2 pi? Now you have to tell me. I will ask you. So raise your hand if you know that. What is the period of this function tan x? So I will ask some. Shivakumar.
Sir, pi.
Shivakumar.
Sir,
So what is the period of this function?
pi radian.
Is it pi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So why pi? See, from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So these are getting different values. But again, from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, same graph is repeating. So what is the length? From this to this, or from this to this. So this length is pi. Therefore, period of tan x. Observe the difference between tan x and sin x. Here period is pi only, not 2 pi. Okay, madam. And some other day or next day and tomorrow we can observe the remaining 3 graphs. Now let us discuss something. Some functions range. What is the maximum value and minimum value? Suppose what is maximum value of sin x? Now we can say it is 1 and minimum value is minus 1. Like that, what is the range of the function a sin x plus b cos x? What is the range of that function? Suppose, what is the maximum value of sin x plus cos x? Suppose I ask like this, what is the maximum value of sin x plus cos x? Now can anybody give me, what is the maximum value of sin x plus cos x? Now if you raise your hand, I will ask. Snehita Reddy, what is the maximum value?
1 by root 2, sir.
Is it 1 by root 2?
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry, sir. Root 2.
And root 2, 3 times?
No, sir. Only root 2.
Only one root 2. Okay, right. So let us see. You cannot say that its maximum value is 2. Suppose a person say that, sir, just only we discussed, sir, maximum value of sin x is 1 and maximum value of cos x is 1. So its maximum value is 1 plus 1, 2. You cannot say like that because the maximum value of sin x occurs at x is equal to pi by 2. Maximum value of cos x occurs at x is equal to 0. At same number, you are not getting 1, 1. So you cannot say maximum value 2. Then how to get this maximum value? That is the question. See, now this is equal to divide the numerator and denominator with root a square plus b square. Already this model we did previous. So a by root of a square plus b square into sin x plus b by root of a square plus b square into cos x. Okay. Now this is equal to, now take this as cos alpha. A by root a square plus b square. then automatically this b by root a square plus b square becomes sin alpha. Okay, now I take this as cos alpha. Then you may ask, sir, why don't you take this a as cos alpha previously? No, I cannot take. Suppose this a is 5. Now 5 cannot be equal to cos alpha. Cos alpha maximum value is 1 only. Therefore, you cannot take that cos alpha. But if you divide this with root a square plus b square, it is a proper fraction. This cannot be more than 1. Definitely there exists an alpha such that cos alpha is equal to a by root a square plus b square. Immediately this becomes sin alpha. Observe, cos square plus sin square alpha must be 1. If you squaring and adding these two, you will get 1. So if one is cos alpha and the other one is sin alpha, of course you can take this as sin alpha, no problem. Then this becomes cos alpha. Okay, right. So this expression becomes root a square plus b square into sin x into cos alpha plus cos x into sin alpha. So this becomes root of a square plus b square into sin x cos alpha plus cos x sin alpha. That is sin of x plus alpha. So this is root a square plus b square into sin of x plus alpha. This is sin function. What is the maximum value of sin function? 1. What is the minimum value of sin function? -1. Therefore, I am writing. So here, that lies in between, or I will write here -1 less than or equal to sin of x plus alpha less than or equal to 1. So this should lie in between -1 and +1. Now multiply this with this positive number root a square plus b square minus root a square plus b square less than or equal to root of a square plus b square into sin of x plus alpha less than or equal to root a square plus b square. See, you can see that. So minus root a square plus b square less than or equal to this, less than or equal to root a square plus b square. That means this should lie in between these two numbers. This is nothing but this, is nothing but this is nothing but this, and this is nothing but this. Therefore, in place of this, I can write a sin x plus b cos x. Therefore, I will write here minus root a square plus b square less than or equal to root a square plus b square into, or in place of this, finally I can write that one, a sin x plus b cos x less than or equal to root of a square plus b square. And therefore, what is the maximum value of this? This one. What is the maximum value of this? This one. Okay. So this is the range of this function. Right up. So I will write this once again. So range of a sin x plus b cos x is, so what is the range? Closed interval minus root of a square plus b square comma root of a square plus b square. And what is maximum value? So maximum of a sin x plus b cos x means root a square plus b square. And what is minimum of a sin x plus b cos x minus root of a square plus b square? Okay. And suppose for this function some constant is added, that is a sin x plus b cos x plus c. And what is the range of this? What is the maximum value of this? So it's nothing but maximum of this plus c will give you maximum of this function. Minimum of this plus c will give you minimum of this function. So what is the range or what is maximum, or I can write directly range of a sin x plus b cos x plus c is closed interval c minus root of a square plus b square, c plus root of a square plus b square. So what is this? So range of a sin x plus b cos x is this one, minus root a square plus b square plus root a square plus b square. So I am adding c. So c, c. So this is the range of that function. Madam. Okay. And so what is the previously asked question? Sin x plus cos x. Fx is equal to sin x plus cos x. So you tell me what is the range of this? Here what is a? 1. And what is b? That is also 1. And therefore range is minus square root of a square plus b square, square root of a square plus b square. So that is equal to minus root 2 comma root 2. So minimum value is minus root 2 and maximum value is plus root 2. Okay. Right, Shrutik, what is the doubt? Shrutik, any doubts?
Sir, unfortunately, I forgot to lower.
Okay, no problem. Now do this problem. Find the range of find the range of 12 sin x plus 5 cos x plus 13. Now do this, and I will ask you, find the range of 12 sin x plus 5 cos x plus 13. Pritam,
Sir,
Pritam,
0.6.
what is the answer?
0,26.
Very good. So this one, for this one, the minimum value is minus root of a square plus b square plus 13, and maximum value is root of 12 square plus 5 square plus 13. Okay, so this is nothing but root 169. That is root 169 means 13. Minus 13 plus 13, 0. And 13 plus 13, 26. So 0 comma 26. So minimum is 0 and maximum is 26. Okay. So what is the range of? What is the range? What is the maximum value of sin x plus cos y? Now tell me. Snehita Reddy. Snehita Reddy.
Sir, 2.
So what is the value of sin x plus cos y?
Value I can't say, but I can say range, sir. -2 to 2. Closed interval.
So what is the maximum value? 2. Why it is 2?
Because x and y are different numbers now, sir.
Right?
So maximum value of maximum value of sin x can be 1 and cos y can be 1 now, sir. So 1
Nice.
plus 1 2.
Very good, very good. See, observe here. It is not sin x plus cos x. It is only sin x plus cos y. For this x, if you take pi by 2, you will get maximum value 1. If this for this y, if you take 0, you will get maximum value 1. So maximum value of this function will be 2 only.